What if your mornings could be inspiring and ridiculously fun?
Kindness Rising isn't just a show, it's a full wake-up vibe.
It's freaking fun, people.
Yeah, man, it's got real get after it energy.
I love it.
Wake up with Kindness Rising.
I help purpose-driven people grow their impact. 5-ingredient recipe to help you build your personal brand. Get out there and take kind action.
If it's live, they'll feel it.
On Kindness Rising, we bring you proven strategies and fresh ideas you can actually use. If you're not failing, you're not trying.
Exactly. Fail fast, rebound faster.
You'll see the bloopers and the genuine connections that make kindness contagious. We sometimes get into a little bit of trouble.
Pretty much my life made the list.
You can trust what you see right here is honest, respectful, and uplifting. Social impact organizations, and we always talk about them. Try kindness. It's way cheaper than therapy. You just made my day. Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. For those of us here in the U.S., we're celebrating Columbus Day and or Indigenous People Day. Finding a little bit of balance here on a Monday, but you know around here that we usually call it Money Monday, where we talk about work and money. Today, I'm going to switch it up a little bit for the holiday, talk about something that's even more valuable. We talk about it frequently here on Kindness Rising. I'm going to talk about the entire show today, and that is your brand, because money can buy you reach, but only brands build trust. Whether you're an individual, a small business, or a nonprofit, your brand is your identity in motion. It's how people feel about you when you're not in the room. And today I'm going to show you how to build that identity with something we here at the Mornings in the Lab call EEATE. That's our 5 chords that make your message sing. It's experience, it's expertise, authenticity, trust, and entertainment. And yes, I've learned about each one of these chords the hard way, live, right here on this show.
This is Kindness Rising.
Let's start with a little truth bomb. Branding isn't about logos, fonts, or marketing buzzwords. It's about clarity, about who you are, what you stand for, and why it matters. When I first started Kindness Rising, I thought branding was a little bit more polished than what I have been doing here, polishing things up, making it look professional. But over time, what I have learned about my own personal branding and the power that comes with it is about being unapologetically real. That's how Kindness Rising was born. That's how the Uncommon Kindness guy, Matt Roof, that's me, was born. I come out here 7:30 a.m. Monday through Friday, whether it's a holiday or not. I am here to talk about all things kindness, to help good people who are doing good work to amplify their message and to multiply their kindness. That's what we do here on Kindness Rising. That's what I do myself, because I realized people don't connect with polish. They connect with presence. And when you show up authentically, people don't just see you, they actually feel you. Welcome into Kindness Rising. I hope everybody's having a great morning this morning as I try to figure out how to navigate over to here. And despite it being a holiday, all of our best friends here at Kindness Rising are with us. Mike Sullivan, good morning. Good morning. Bernard, I hope you had a great weekend with your bees. Spartacus, welcome in. Glad you are here. And of course, Lady Drew, the OG over there. And we've got a few new folks with us. I appreciate you, Homie Joe, Jerry Ginger, WWM Tangy, and Rasia Khalifa 17. You are with us, and I appreciate you. Welcome to Kindness Rising. If you haven't been here before, my name is Matthew Roof. I am the Uncommon Kindness guy. I come here Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 8 a.m. as part of the Mornings in the Lab Network. Leanne McCarty, so glad you have come to join us. Get involved in the stream. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Come back, check us out. We're talking about all things kindness. We talk about our 6 strings to living a balanced and happy life. And we have a little fun along the way. So welcome into Kindness Rising. Stick around for a minute. Get involved in the chat. Tangy, you got to go to school. That's okay. Nico, you just saved yourself $150. Tell us about it. How'd you save yourself some money? Let me hear about it. So anyway, here we are. We're talking about the Kindness Spark. Is Keith off today? Nope, Keith is not off today. Keith will be there at 8 a.m. He shows up Monday through Friday, regardless of whether it's a holiday or not. Keith is going to be on the Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends, and he will be there at 8 a.m. today. All right. Welcome aboard, Lady Drew. Appreciate you. All right. And I got to say it, Roseanne Roof. Hi, Mom. Glad to see you are here, Mom, this morning. Had a great day with you yesterday and looking forward to more. Kindness Spark, here is our EATE framework. We are talking about personal branding today. What do you do for your personal brand? How are you reflecting the world? How do you think the world sees you? Cool sunglasses. Thanks, cool cats and cars. I appreciate it. I have talked about my sunglasses before. They're not just sunglasses. They are because I am using them to see. I have to be able to see my script, see our flow of our show, and I like them better than just regular glasses. Hey, Matthew, great name. I've known that guy for about 40 plus years that you're talking about. That is an old joke. And yeah, I thought it was clever when I was a kid, but I don't think it's that clever anymore. Anyway, Kindness Spark, the EATE framework. Here we are, the framework that grew out of all my early mornings here, the messy takes that we have had. Some of you have been there with me. Tech fails, breakthrough moments, changes, evolution over the past several months that I've been doing this. But what has come out of it is my better understanding through my lived experience of why the EATE method of personal branding works. I talked about it before. I'm going to talk about experience. What you have lived, that is who you are. Expertise, you have learned some things along the way and you have things to share. Authenticity, being who you really are, finding out who you really are, being that person, knowing you change and you evolve and you grow over time, but your authenticity comes through, especially when you go live. And trust is the T in the EATE, and that's what you build by showing up. I have shown up here every Monday through Friday for the past 4 months now, right? I'm on episode 71. This is episode 71 of a weekday program. So I've learned a few things. I know I have a lot more to learn along the way, but EATE. Oh, last one is entertainment. I forgot about entertainment. That's what I try to do a little bit. Try to entertain. I think one better way to stay entertained is to get involved in the comments. Meet your friends. Meet those who are out there rising with kindness with the rest of us. EATE is how I built my brand. It's how I turned a simple idea. What if we started the day with kindness instead of noise and rage bait? Turn that question, what if we started the day with kindness versus those other things, into a living, breathing daily show that now reaches thousands across YouTube and LinkedIn. And I appreciate that each one of you are one of those people who have watched me, listened, interacted. That's the best part, interacting. Let's keep going with it. Here's the thing. You have those same exact tools, the same tools that I've used since the early summer this year. You have them. You have expertise. You have experience. You have authenticity, of course. You have trust. You have entertainment. You have the ability to bring it not just to the comments sections, not just observing, but actually actively creating content that gets your personal brand out there, that gets your message out to the world. And there's a lot more, there's been personal benefits to it too. And I'll talk a little bit about those here in a minute. The EAT philosophy, it isn't a marketing trick. It's a helpful little thing. But it's a framework for showing up as you are. And when you do that, everything else from growth to opportunity will follow. So please welcome in, get talking a little bit about personal branding. You have a personal brand, whether you know it or not. Anyone who interacts with you is starting to form opinions of you, is starting to form, they might not necessarily be true, but when you lead with your personal brand that's based on authenticity, that's based on your true expertise. Hey, Jerry Ginger. Yeah, you work on those things, and it becomes who you are, and you are able to help more people along the way. Jerry Ginger is working on self-awareness and escaping. Yes, Jerry, welcome. Come check out Kindness Rising. Come to our page. Self-awareness is actually one of the 6 strings that we talk about all the time on Kindness Rising. It's where things begin. It's where things began with me getting out of my own ego and out of my own self and realizing the impact that I have on other people's lives and how the choices that I make truly impact their lives. Started with self-awareness. Jerry, you already subbed. I appreciate you. Welcome into the community. Please come back every Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. I'll be here. Lady Drew will be here. Spartacus will be here. Be Driven will be here. Mike Sullivan will be here. Roseanne Roof will be here. And I hope you'll join us. These are the people who make up the core of our community. I hope that you will become one too. All right. I'm going to take one more sip of my coffee just because I can. A retired white guy. All right, Jerry. That's awesome. You're the alter ego of the retired white guy. Okay. I'd be interested in learning more about who you are, Jerry, and stick with us. It's awesome. Even a retired white guy doesn't need to be an influencer to have a brand. You already have one. Every conversation, every post, every email is telling people who you are, whether you meant it or not. When I launched Uncommon Kindness, I didn't have a fancy studio. I don't have a media team. I still don't. I come here out of basically a glorified closet in the basement of my 80-year-old home that I call the Fox Den, and you are here with me. What I had was a camera, a tie-dye bandana, a coffee mug, and a basic message. You can rise above the noise with kindness. That was it. It's still the heartbeat of everything we do, although I'm not wearing a bandana today. Made that choice. I don't know. Sometimes I like it. Sometimes I wear it. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I wear my other shirts, whatever. You rise above the noise with kindness. That's the heartbeat of everything we do, because branding isn't about looking big. It's about sounding true, and truth is magnetic. Told a lot of truths around here. We sometimes get into it deep. Sometimes we keep it light. So that is the truth. That is the way life is. Yep. Here's my opinion. Kindness for me is my brand differentiator. It's a great one. And the sunglasses, don't forget them. Here's my real eyes, everybody. I know everyone wants to see, who are you? Here's my eyes. Hi, it's nice to meet you all. I'm so glad you're here with me. In a world built of algorithms, outrage, and overproduction, Kindness stands out like a guitar solo in a silent room. When I say kindness, I don't just mean being nice. I mean being real, listening, caring, engaging. These are the things that lead to kindness that we all possess. We all possess it. We all can do it. But if you're a nonprofit, it means showing the heart behind your cause, not just the stats. If you're a small business, it means leading with purpose before price. And if you're an individual, it means letting people see who you are, not just what we do. Not what you do. Sorry. That's the power of the kindness brand. It builds trust faster than any marketing budget ever could. Being yourself and being honest. Spartacus, I appreciate that you're out there getting involved. Thank you so much. I agree. It's a win-win in this world. There is no doubt about it. We all can show just a little bit more kindness and understanding, a little bit of empathy, regardless of what side of the political aisle we sit on, regardless of our religious beliefs, regardless of our values, of our race, all those things, we all can have a little bit of kindness. Absolutely. Vermeil, welcome in. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Stick around and check it out. You'll see what we've been up to after all these years. Absolutely. Let's keep talking about EATE. It's what I said I would do today, is talk a little bit about branding. I hope it's helpful for people out there to think about it. You have a brand, regardless of whether you have a brand or not. Reminds me of that Rush song. If people are into Rush, they've been in the news lately with having hired a new drummer to follow Neil Peart, which is kind of cool. But anyway, if you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice. Well, guess what? If you choose not to invest in and put forth your actual personal brand and make it known to the world, it's still there. Your personal brand is still there. The difference is when you take control of it and you think about how your EAT impacts your personal brand. That's when good things start to happen, because you have alignment. You have alignment. So let's talk about each of those individual letters again, a little bit about the EAT method, EAT way. It just is. It just is the way personal branding works. It's the 5-ingredient recipe to your personal brand. And here's the first one. It is experience. Experience. Your experience is actually your credibility. When I go live each morning, I'm not preaching theory. I am sharing my lived moments, the missteps, the laughter, the lessons. That's what I think connects with people. That's your footprint that others can follow as they make their own path too. That's your experience. Then you have your expertise. It's what you know, it's what you've learned in this world, it's what you've developed over time, whether that expertise is in nuclear science or knitting, I guess. Maybe you've spent 20 years in a trade, or you're a nonprofit leader who's seen both burnout and breakthroughs. Expertise doesn't have to be academic. It can be your practical wisdom. Show it, don't sell it. We all have expertise to share, but if we only live our lives within ourselves, then we are missing out on the value that we can bring to others. Absolutely. Let's talk about authenticity. My first few months here at Kindness Rising have been a little bit of chaos. It's been up, downs. I've had miscues. I've had tech glitches. I've had wrong overlays. I've learned from my mother not to apologize for them, just to keep going. And I appreciate that. And I've learned from Keith Billis about some of those things too. And I know we're all going to get over to Keith's show after this. But anyway, I think people are enjoying the show because it is real. I think there's so much fakery out there. I think that's why the live experience has exploded here on YouTube and LinkedIn and other places. It's a way that you can show your true authenticity, and people like it when you show up and you're real. Authenticity isn't vulnerability for likes, it's honesty for connection. That's the key. That's the key. There have been people, we know people who are out there creating drama through their own vulnerability, right? Because people like it, people want to see your scars and all, and there are people who fake their way through that. And then there are the people who are honest. They have their vulnerable moments when they come and they embrace those. They have their powerful moments when they come and they embrace those too. But it's all about honesty and authenticity for connection. Trust is earned one sunrise at a time. That's what I'm doing now. I'm here. It's still dark. It's still dark, and it's going to be dark for a while. So I'm doing it in the dark. In the morning, trust is earned one sunrise at a time. For over 70 episodes now, I have shown up. We have shown up together. We have built something. We're live. We're imperfect, and we're human. But that's what builds credibility, not the number of followers, but the rhythm of the reliability. Lastly, we have entertainment. It's not about gimmicks. It's about energy, humor, storytelling, music. You guys know who've been around that I'm a jam band guy at heart. And like any good jam, your brand needs a rhythm, and EATE is how you find it. So that's the 5-ingredient recipe. All right, jumping in here, Jerry Ginger, sticking with us. I appreciate it. The dark shadows of the soul. Well, over time, those dark shadows of the soul, appreciate what you're saying, Carl Jung's philosophies and teachings. They're out there. They're out there. We don't have to show them all the time. But being honest about them, especially honest with yourself. We talked about self-awareness in your journey, being aware of those things within yourself, Jerry. I think that's key, absolutely key. Thank you so much. And then we've got, of course, Lady Drew. Thank you. Always be able to laugh at yourself. Absolutely. A little self-effacing humor, realizing that probably doesn't matter all that much. Very few of the mistakes that we make really impact our lives. And of course, those can be devastating, and we work together to get through those. But most of the mistakes, most of the little foibles that we have in life are really just opportunities to learn lessons and move on. Absolutely. Appreciate it. We're going to move on to next. I hope everybody's having a great Monday. Going to get up and get going here. Keep it going, even on a I guess it's a holiday for some. It's not for others. We don't really count holidays too much in the Mornings in the Lab network. It's just another loop for us, although my loop's going to be a little bit different today because both of my kids are home, and I'm so excited for that. And we're going to get to spend a little bit. We've spent almost the entire weekend together, but we're going to go spend a day together today doing something, probably something fall oriented. We like to do that, pumpkin patch or something like that. Apple fritters, my favorite part of fall. I love apples. Live in upstate New York where there are tons of apple orchards. Amazing bounty here in upstate New York. And if you never had a real apple fritter from upstate New York, fresh fried with cinnamon and sugar, not the healthiest choice, but it's so good. You got to have it. You got to feed your soul too. Absolutely. All right. I also want to talk briefly. Well, I can't believe it's 7:55. We got 5 more minutes till we get over to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends, and they continue the conversation. But I do want to talk just a second about the live advantage, because I can't believe what a difference going live is versus doing produced. work, if you're into producing media content, going live. The best part for me, absolutely without a doubt, is you, the people that are out there interacting with me. It gives me a little bit of hope. It gives me a little bit of jump to know that there are people out there, and hopefully that this is landing with you, or you're at least being entertained along the way and maybe learning together. I see we have some apple fritter fans over in the horizontal feed. That's amazing. Yes, apple fritters are the bomb, and I'm gonna have me some today. And here's what I'll promise. I'll promise to think of you guys as I am having them. I wish I could share them with you, but I'll be sharing them with my family, and that's amazing. Going live is the fastest way to build trust because it strips away all the filters. When you go live, people see your timing, your thought process, your humor, the real you. Stuff's going to happen, and you're going to show who you really are under those circumstances. And that's why Mornings in the Lab Network exists, to give purpose-driven people a platform to tell their story in real time. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be present. That's the heartbeat of EAT, and the reason Kindness Rising works. I had a whole case study prepared for you guys today because I geek out on certain things sometimes. And there is a brand that I really like that I think has done some amazing things and sort of changed the landscape. But I'm going to save that for another segment because the time is just flying by. I didn't realize how much time I was going to sit here and talk about this and how much interaction we were going to have in the community. I appreciate you. If you're out there listening after the fact, don't forget to subscribe. Just subscribe to Kindness Rising. It'll appear in your feed, and I promise you will get some value. That's what we're here for, some value, some education, some entertainment, some information. We don't always talk about branding all day, all the time. We talk about a lot of other things. Check out the site, check out the channel, and you can see the types of things that we talk about. But I'm going to save my case study of Bombas, by the way, is the brand. I'll say their name over and over again. I think they're a pretty cool brand. Bombas socks, the brand that evolved out of finding a need in homeless shelters. I think it's really a cool brand. And I'll talk to you more about their story somewhere else down the line. Absolutely. But I don't want to forget this simple thing, and that is one of the things that I promise every day, Monday through Friday, is to give you some kind of takeaways, some kind of quick win, or something that can strengthen you, strengthen your brand, something you can do, some call to action for you, because we move from thought to action here on Kindness Rising. We love to talk. I love to talk. I love to interact with people and learn. But if we never take those learnings, those thoughts, and move them into action, we're missing out on all the value that we can provide. Here's 3 things you can do this week to strengthen your brand. Tell one true story. Think about your own stories, the moments that shaped your why. Find one. Think about it. It can become your story over and over again. You guys hear my same stories, and I'll continue to share those too throughout the series of Kindness Rising. So tell one true story about yourself. You all have moments that shaped your why, and you will be you will benefit by doing that. Simplify your message. See if you can figure out one sentence that says what you are about. I'm Matt Roof, the uncommon kindness guy, and I help good people who do good work to amplify their voice and multiply kindness. That's my sentence. Show up live once, not present, just perfect. You can show up live. It's easy to. You can reach out to me, Matt Roof, the uncommon kindness guy, and we can help you. I'll help you too. You'll be amazed how fast people start seeing you differently when you start showing up live intentionally. And what I want you to do now is to show up live intentionally over at Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends, the next stop on your Mornings in the Lab journey. Your brand is your promise to yourself, to your audience, to your purpose. Make it one rooted in kindness, guided by clarity, and powered by courage. You already have what it takes. And until tomorrow morning, stay uncommon and stay kind.
Okay, Matt, we got the memo about the Kindness Rising promo, but what exactly are we promising people?
And is there craft services? Hey, I need snacks too.
Gentlemen, focus. Kindness Rising multiplies kindness and helps people get up on the right side of the bed.
So wait, we're not doing another angry headline show.
Exactly. We rise above the negative, divisive noise.
Translation, less rage bait, more high fives for humanity.
And this is live, like actually live.
Yep. We go live on YouTube and LinkedIn, 7:30 a.m. Eastern every weekday.
Wait, if it's live, what if I forget my lines?
Then you improvise.
Okay, so our tagline is basically wake up, tune in, and start your day with kindness.
Exactly. Kindness Rising. Good vibes, practical tips, and a reason to get up on the right side of the bed.
You heard the boss. Subscribe now before he makes us do a TikTok dance.
Kindness Rising. Wake up, tune in, and let's make some good noise.